Hello again. Welcome to class number 77. All right. Estamos en la unidad 10, en unit 10. Es una unidad densa, necesaria, aburrida. Bueno, pero es súper necesaria, absolutamente esencial para plantar y, hacer raíces más profundas en el dominio y ágil uso de la estructura básica del idioma. La estructura básica, como he dicho muchas veces, se usa 20 veces más que la estructura avanzada. O sea, 20 veces más o 100 veces más. Entonces usamos el presente 20 veces más que el condicional. Aunque sea interesante. Puede ser interesante estudiar el condicional y lo vamos a estudiar y mucho. Sin una base sólida no llegas a ninguna parte. Tienes un inglés, como decís aquí, macarrónico. Si no tienes bien atada la base. Bien atada la base. Y es pesado atar la base. Pero es necessary. It's necessary. Ok. Aquí están los libros. Si no los tienes, te lo recomiendo. Porque de esa manera puedes seguir conmigo. Pam, pam, pam. Y estos episodios que estoy leyendo sobre nuestros amigos, por ejemplo, Lee Tong. Aquí tienes el texto que he leído en voz alta y luego he desmenuzado o he diseccionado un poco, o bastante, con los verbo auxiliar, el verbo normal, tercera persona, del singular, del plural, etcétera, etcétera, para arriba, para abajo. Pero luego puedes descargar, o sea, ofrecemos estos textos leídos en voz alta, 2 veces, por una voz americana y una voz inglesa. Entonces, cuando compres estos libros, tendrás una clave también, un código para acceder a los audios de nuestro amigo y sus colegas aquí. All right. So, sigamos diseccionando Lee Tong. All right. From yesterday, does his daughter, la niña que tienen él y su esposa, does his daughter go to school by bike? No, she doesn't. How does she go to school? How does she? Fíjate de nuevo. Does she? Si fuera él, ¿cómo va a la fábrica? Bueno, aquí le tenemos. How does he? How does he go to work? ¿Cómo va el trabajo? How does he go to work? How? Se dice how, no how. How, abre mucho. How does he go to work? How does he go to work? Fíjate, cuando lo digo rápido no, cuando digo a la velocidad normal, digo how does he? Does he? No aspiro el H de he. Does he? How does he? Desaparece el H. How does he go? 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 How do you go? How do you go? How do I go? How do I go? How do they go? How does he? How does she? Cuando es she, desaparece la S de does y la SH de she invade y devora. Does she? How does she? La chica, ¿cómo va al colegio? How does she? How does he go to work? He goes to work on his bicycle. How does she go to school? How does she go to school? Her grandfather takes her. El abuelo. Her grandfather takes her. Takes her. Llévala, la lleva. Her grandfather takes her. Takes me. He doesn't take me to school. He doesn't take Marta to school. And he doesn't take Lee to school. He takes Lee's daughter to school every day. All right. What time does he come? He comes to Lee's house at 8:30. All right. Every morning. And takes the little girl, la niña, the little girl, to school. Okay. What time does he take her home? He takes her home at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Why does he take her home? Why does the grandfather, el abuelo, why does he take her home? O sea, en español se dice a casa, pero en inglés se dice home. sin a. Why does he take her home? Why does he take her home at 1 o'clock? He takes her home. He takes her home at 1 o'clock for lunch. Almorzar, yeah, for lunch. Yeah, to have lunch. For lunch. Does she, the girl, does she go back to school after lunch? Excuse me? Does she? ¿Quién, la niña? Yes, the little girl. What's the question? Does she go back to school after lunch? Yes, she does. How does she go back? Her grandfather takes her again. Otra vez al pobre abuelo. Vaya. Yes. He takes her back. He takes her again. He takes her back to school, or he takes her to school again. 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 Otra vez es again. Pronunciación, escúchala. Again. 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 Algunas comarcas del mundo del habla inglesa lo dice again. Again. Y realmente creo que es la forma más correcta, si queremos ser puristas. Pero se ha deformado la pronunciación de otra vez en inglés, y el 98% de la población de habla inglesa decimos again, again. Yo creo que solo en Devon y Cornwallis, en esa parte que entra en el Atlántico de Inglaterra, dicen again, creo. Again. Again, so the grandfather takes the little girl to school again at 1 o'clock. After lunch, not before lunch, after lunch. And what time do her classes end? Aquí uso el verbo to end, not to finish. Porque sujetos son las clases, las asignaturas. Y esos no son personas. Cuando hablamos de personas solemos usar finish. Esta clase ahora mismo terminará cuando yo decida terminarla. This class, ahora el sujeto es class. This class will end when I, ahora el sujeto soy yo, personal, when I decide to finish. Y no he terminado todavía. So, when I finish, this class will end. All right. Entonces las cosas end. Por eso decimos para una película, the end. Si no se diría the finish, ¿no? The end. The end. La guerra terminó. The war ended. Okay, so, her classes, he perdido el sitio. Okay, her last class, la última clase que tienen por la tarde, su de ella, her last class ends at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. And the grandfather takes her home again. Wow. The grandfather, this is interesting. The grandfather lives 300 meters. The grandfather lives 300 meters from Lee's apartment. So the grandfather walks 300 meters to Lee's apartment and arrives at 8:30. That's 300 meters. Then he takes his granddaughter to the school, which is 300 meters in another direction. That's 600 meters. Then he walks home 300 meters. That's 900 meters. Then he walks 300 meters to school at 1 o'clock. That's 1,200 meters. He picks up his granddaughter, and takes her home for lunch. That's 1,500 meters. They have lunch together, and then he takes her back to school after lunch. That's 1,800 meters. And then he goes home. That's 2,100 meters. Then at 5 o'clock, he goes back. That's 2,400 meters to the school, 2,400 meters. And then he takes her home, 300 meters. That's 2,700 meters. And finally, he goes home. Says goodbye to the daughter. He says goodbye to Lee's wife and the daughter, and he goes home. 3,000, ¿dónde estaba? 2,700, 3,000 meters. So Lee's father, the little girl's grandfather, walks 3 kilometers a day from Monday to Friday. It's good exercise. It's good exercise for the grandfather. So the grandfather doesn't complain. Complain es quejarse. Y además, and besides, Lee's daughter is a wonderful girl, and the grandfather is crazy about his granddaughter. Está loco por su nieta. Yeah, so, no está mal, o sea, a lot of movement. Okay, a lot of movement. All right, so the grandfather takes her home again. The grandfather has lunch every day with his granddaughter. How does Lee go to work? He goes to work by bicycle. What time does he leave home? He leaves home at 5 o'clock in the morning. ¿Será posible? Yeah, he leaves home. Se va de casa, sale de casa, se va de casa, se marcha de casa, deja la casa, su casa, o su apartamento. He leaves. Con to leave. Leave. To go is ir. To leave is irse, en el sentido. Okay. Todos los días voy a la playa. Every day I go to the beach, por ejemplo. Ahora bien, en 10 minutos me voy. In 10 minutes I'm leaving. Se dice leave. Si dices I'm going, también, en 10 minutos voy. I'm going. En 10 minutos me marcho. Me voy. I'm leaving. So to leave is marcharse. To leave. También es irse. Pero ojo, irse y marcharse no es siempre igual. Marcharse es físicamente. Irse es desaparecer. Por ejemplo, antes había una mancha aquí en la mano y ya no está. Se ha ido. No puedo decir se ha marchado. La mancha se ha marchado. No se puede decir. Entonces, to leave es marcharse, en el sentido de físicamente abandonar un sitio con el fin de ir a otro sitio. De acuerdo. That's to leave. Escrito leave. Leave. Tercera persona, leaves. Okay. To go. Bueno, este tipo que se ha ido de la mancha, se dice to go away. It went away. Se ha ido. It has gone away. To go away. Pero eso lo veremos por aquí. Okay. All right. So, the grandfather, well, Lee goes to work by bicycle. He leaves home every day at 5 o'clock. Very early. It's dark outside. Dark means oscuridad total, noche cerrada. It's dark. Dark is oscuro outside. And how long does it take him to go to work? Excuse me? How long does it take him to go to work? It takes him almost an hour. Almost. Yeah. 55 minutes, 56 minutes. Yeah. It takes him almost an hour. And Richard, how long does it take you? How long does it take you? Q. La letra Q? Q? ¿Entendido? Q. ¿Has dicho Q, la letra Q? Claro. Porque digo, how long does it take you? Pero nadie separa las palabras cuando habla. Le enlazamos palabras. How long does it take you? Take you. No estoy diciendo la letra Q. Estoy diciendo tomarte o llevarte. ¿Cuánto tiempo te lleva? How long does it take you? ¿Cuánto tardas? How long does it take you to go to work? Me? How long does it take me to go to work? Yes. How long does it? How long does it take you? How long does it take you to go to work? It takes me 15 minutes, 5, 10, 15. It takes me 15 minutes to come here, to come to work. not to go to work, porque ya estoy en el work ahora. It takes me 15 minutes to come here. How long does, I don't remember, no recuerdo, I don't remember. How long does it take Lee to go to the factory near the port in Shanghai? It takes him almost, casi, almost an hour. Okay. And how many hours does he work in the factory? Excuse me? How many hours? How many hours does he work? Does he? Otra vez, me como la H de he. Pero no tienes que hacerlo tú, ¿eh? Si tú dices, does he, aspirando bien la H, fantástico. How long does he? Pero los nativos no lo haremos, ¿eh? Para tu audición, tu nivel auditivo. How long does he? How many hours does he work? At the factory. He works at the factory for 8 hours. Oh, really? Yes. He works at the factory or in the factory. Ambos nos valen. He works in the factory. He works at the factory. Un purista decidiría at, porque está en la fábrica por un motivo, por un propósito, que es trabajar. Como dije hace 8 o 10 clases, si me caigo y pierdo la conciencia y me despierto en la fábrica de ley, yo diría, ¿qué hago aquí en una fábrica? Me despierto, I wake up in a factory, porque no estoy ahí para trabajar, simplemente me he despertado un sueño dentro de una fábrica. I'm in a factory. Ahora bien, Lee is at the factory. Veo a una, ¿qué haces tú aquí? I'm working, I'm at the factory. At. So, at es estar en un sitio por un motivo puntual o específico. At. ¿Recuerdas lo del perro y la farmacia? Pues yo entré en una farmacia un día y vi que un perro, que era el dueño, que estaba ahí dormido. Entonces, I was at the factory. I was at the pharmacy. But the dog, no, the dog is in the pharmacy. Porque el perro no va a entrar en una farmacia para comprar una aspirina. Ahora bien, si un perro entra y se pone 2 patas ahí y dice, aspirin, please, aspirina, por favor. Entonces uno puede decir, the dog is at the pharmacy. But it's not common, no se ve mucho, creo. So, las personas que van a la farmacia are at the pharmacy porque van ahí por un motivo, comprar medicamentos o similar. Pero cualquier otra, si hay una mosca en el aire, it's in the pharmacy, not at the pharmacy. Y si yo no me despierto en un aeropuerto o en una fábrica, ¿qué hago yo aquí? I'm in, not at, porque ahí no trabajo. Ni estoy ahí para facturar equipajes, como en un aeropuerto, etc. All right. Where are we? Dios mío, I've lost my place. All right. He works, Lee. He works in the factory from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., 8 hours. And does he, after work, yeah? What does he do after work? Does he go to a bar with friends to drink a beer, to have a beer? No, he doesn't. What does he do? ¿Cómo? ¿Qué hace? Who? Lee. What does he do? Lee. What does Lee do? When? When he finishes work at 2 o'clock, what does he do? Good. Repeat the question, porque es una pregunta compuesta. When he finishes work, coma, cuando termina el trabajo, when he finishes work, to finish work, así, de abrupto lo decimos en inglés, dejar de trabajar o terminar el trabajo. When he finishes work, tercera persona. When he finishes, finish, I finish, you finish, he finishes. When he finishes work, what does he do? ¿Qué hace? What does he do? What does he do? What does he do? He goes home. He goes home. All right. What time does he get home? Get. See, get is llegar a. To get home. To get home. To get to work. See, if you get to, excepto con home, here, there, y back. llegar de regreso, llegar de vuelta, is to get back, llegar aquí, get here, llegar ahí, llegué ahí a las 10, I got there, to get there, y llegar a casa. Y creo que no hay más excepciones. Los demás son get to. To get to work, to get to school, to get to church, to get to the office, to get to my destination, llegar a mi destino, to get to my destination. So, what time does he get home after work? He gets home at 3. Okay. So, in all is en total. En inglés se dice en todo, más que en total. Es correcto decir in total, pero solemos decir in all. So, he leaves home at 5, and he gets back at 3. Okay. So he leaves home at 5 o'clock in the morning, and he gets back at 3. So, 10 hours. He is working, or travel and work is 10 hours. He works for 8 hours, but he is involved, involucrado, for 10 hours. Yes. He gets home at 3 o'clock. All right. Does he eat in the factory? Yes, he does. He has lunch. He has lunch in the factory. He eats in the factory. Oh. Does he eat in the factory canteen? La cantina, o sea, el comedor. Yes, the factory dining room or canteen. No, he doesn't. Where does he eat? He eats at his work table in the factory. He eats in the factory. What does he eat? He eats a sandwich. Usually. He usually eats. Lo coloco entre él y comer. Él suele comer, o él usualmente come. He usually eats a sandwich. Yeah? What kind of, does he eat a ham sandwich? No, he doesn't. Does he eat an egg sandwich? Some say tortilla de patata, potato? No, he doesn't. Well, what kind of sandwich does he eat? He eats a chicken sandwich. Pollo, yeah. He eats a chicken train. He eats a chicken sandwich for lunch. Does he prepare the sandwich before work? No, he doesn't. He doesn't prepare the sandwich before work. When does he prepare the sandwich? He doesn't prepare the sandwich. No, he doesn't prepare the sandwich. Well, who prepares the sandwich? The grandfather? No, Lee's wife prepares the sandwich. A las 5 de la madrugada, pobrecita. No, excuse me. She doesn't prepare the sandwich in the morning. She prepares the sandwich the night before. Oh, okay. And where does she put the sandwich? Well, Lee is sleeping, and the wife prepares the sandwich. Lee's wife prepares the sandwich at night. De noche, o sea, por la noche. The night before, and she puts the sandwich in Lee's shoulder bag. This is my right shoulder. This is my left shoulder. I have 2 shoulders. Yes, shoulder. No lo confundes con soldado. O sea, los hombros del soldado sería the soldier's shoulders. Igual que confundir hombre, hambre y hombro. All right. Shoulder. A shoulder bag. Como una mochila. All right. Shoulder bag. Handbag is bolso de señora. Shoulder bag is para hombre o mujer. So she puts the sandwich, she makes the sandwich, she prepares the sandwich the night before, the chicken sandwich the night before, and she puts it in Lee's shoulder bag. Lee usually is sleeping. And then she goes to bed. And Lee gets up in the morning, gets ready, and boom, and he has a chicken sandwich in his bag, and he goes to work, and at 12 o'clock, or antes, at 11 o'clock, early, he eats the sandwich. And then he continues working, Continues. Fíjate en la pronunciación, porque os cuesta. Decís muchas veces continue. Continue, new, color new. He continues, they continue. He continues working until 2 o'clock. And then he goes home by bicycle. It takes him an hour to go home. So he gets home at 3 o'clock. But does he always eat? Siempre. Does he always eat a chicken sandwich? No, not always. Sometimes his wife doesn't have any chicken. No tiene nada de pollo en casa. Sometimes his wife doesn't have any chicken, la pobre. In that case, in those cases, what does Lee eat? He eats tofu. Tofu. Me suena. It rings a bell. Toca una campanita. It rings a bell. What's tofu? Well, maybe I'll tell you tomorrow. A lo mejor mañana te lo digo. Maybe tomorrow.